Well, hi there, everyone. I just want to do a quick female survivor how to replace your battery. I got an Uber ride to the Napa Auto Parts, and they tested my battery, and it was dead as a doornail. I'd already diagnosed it was battery because I could drive a van around for a while, and it would charge the battery enough that I could make several stops. Or if I just started it and drove someplace close and turned it off, it was dead because. So that rules out the alternator as being bad. It was definitely the battery. Because if you drive for a long ways, your alternator is going to charge your battery. And it might last for a day or two. It just depends. Depends on how much is left. But this is the negative terminal. And then this wire, and this wire go into the positive terminal. And my positive terminal was really corroded. It was almost like it had a greenish kind of coppery tinge to it. It's rusty. So it was, and the nut was stripped, which is not going to mean it's not going to thread in properly when it's supposed to. So I got a new terminal. And this little screw will go into this. I have a side mount battery, which means the terminals go there. And then I tell you, red is for the positive, black's for the negative. And what I've done is I've taken a wire brush, because Corpus Christi's got all that ocean water in it, and it corrodes people's cables really bad. So I've taken a wire brush to each of these connections so that they will make good contact. The next thing I'm going to do is wrap some electrical tape around the connections before I hook these three things up to this terminal. This wire in the middle, well, I'll loosen these nuts here, and this section has this big heavy gauge wire that goes in the middle. Okay, and then it mounts on it like this. This wire goes on the top. I separated them so I wouldn't forget which was which. And then this one bolts to this bolt on the bottom. And I'll show you some more photos after the fact. I couldn't convince Xavier to make a video with me, so I'm kind of just giving you the voice lessons first. I also got a tool. It's a 5/16 a little open end wrench. So I can go ahead and put this back on and the negative terminal back on without much effort, because I had to use channel locks to get it undone. Now, before I hook all these things up, after I put the electrical tape around these wires, okay, what I'm going to do, and I just have some like Vicks, this is menthol camphor, Vaseline, or you can buy some expensive stuff at the auto parts store. And what you want to do is you want to lube them all up. And before you connect them all, because what that does is it creates this kind of barrier so that your wires won't corrode as quickly. So I'm gonna turn off this video now. Oh yeah, and this is important too. This is your battery mount. Some of them mount across the top. This one is the side of the battery slides up underneath here, and then you bolt it down. And you want to make sure that's loose, because otherwise when you set your battery in here, it's not going to fit, or it's going to move around when you drive, and that's going to loosen up your connections. So you always want to make sure that your battery is firmly mounted to the base of your vehicle here before you hook it all up and drive away. So we'll see what's going on here in a little bit, and fingers crossed. I think I got this right. Bye, everybody.